Hey, Paul Rabalais here. Just purpose of this video is to explain why I became an estate planning attorney here in Louisiana. So, Paul Rabalais, estate planning attorney, different video here. Most of the time in all of the other hundreds of videos, it's what you can do to protect what you have, make it easy, take care of your family, take care of yourself. This one's different. Just every once in a while somebody asks me, why you do what you do. So I thought I'd give you the background. Got to do it through a kind of chronological story of my life, but I'm going to be brief. So when I was 8, one of my grandmothers passed away. My grandfather, who had died decades earlier, was successful in business. When my grandmother died, she owned some stock. She left most of it to her 4 children, but she left some of it to her 13 grandchildren. And it grew over time, and so as I got into high school and college, I realized none of my friends had any of that, and so I realized that I was very fortunate because of my grandparents. They had saved and protected and then passed it along the right way, and so all that enabled me to go to college at LSU and then go to law school at LSU Law School and then graduate from law school, then go up to Boston, earn a master's degree in tax law from Boston University. And so very thankful for that. On my dad's side, from Avoyelles Parish, very different. When I was maybe 12 or 13, we moved my other grandparents into the nursing home in Avoyelles Parish. My grandfather died a few years later. My grandmother lived there for 20 years. And so I saw how they had to sell the house and sell the land to pay for the nursing home. And I would spend a lot of time from maybe age 12 to maybe early 30s going to visit my grandmother in the nursing home periodically. So I saw that whole, side of the, later years of life. So wound up, getting the law degrees, working for some of the big firms. Very thankful for that. Great lawyers, great people, great law firms. And at the time that I started working, I was a tax lawyer, and most of the tax law clients that we had to do with avoiding the estate tax. Because at that time, if somebody died and they owned more than $600,000 of assets, there was a 55% tax. So if you had somebody with a house that was worth $200,000 or $300,000, a retirement account worth $400,000 or $500,000, there was going to be some pretty significant tax. Most families wanted to avoid it, so they'd hire us lawyers to do it. So got into the estate planning that way. Really liked it. Felt I wanted to be my own boss, have that entrepreneurial spirit. Left the firms, great places, great experience, good lawyers, still some friends today from those working relationships. And then started my own thing. Oh boy, I'm 52 now. I must have been about 28 or so at the time. And just dug in and worked hard, and I was able and have been able to help a lot of people. So it has evolved from there. Where it's going from here, who knows? I feel like I'm about halfway into it. Really enjoy what I do. So, but, when I started my own law firm, had 2 kids, now I have 5. Oldest is a lawyer in Lafayette, Louisiana, kind of making his own way. My second son is in his second year of law school at LSU. He'll probably come work with me. I'm really looking forward to that. Third son starting law school in the fall, probably either LSU or Tulane. So we'll see where it goes from there. If they all chose that same path as I did, no pressure for me, finance degree, LSU, and then on to law school. So a lot to look forward to, a lot to be thankful for. Very much enjoy the work that we do. I am a lawyer, but most lawyers fight lawsuits every day. And that's one thing I really can't stand to do. I really can't stand that whole adversarial side of the law practice. In fact, even in our law practice, where we get to help people, when we run across somebody who's just mean and rude and demeaning, we really find a way to just distance our business and distance myself and our employees from those individuals. It doesn't work here. So but no, that's quick version of how I got here and what's going on in the future. For what it's worth, thanks for listening. Look forward to many more years of putting out this content. The business is changing now that we have all these new kinds of apps like videos and sound and voice, and really looking forward to taking advantage of those applications to help more people, educate more people. We'll see you around.